Now with anything that's in your home, it's important to make it workable. So this situation here, we've just got some water that's just falling into the aquarium from this canister filter, which as far as functionality is concerned is fine, but it's so noisy. So what I'd want to do here is just do something very simple, such as an elbow, and then maybe another elbow, or a 45. With an elbow and a 45, it could then sort of spray against the glass, fan out against the glass, and make potentially no sound, and still thin the water out for maximum result, just with a couple of simple fittings that would just fit straight in to that socket there. The other thing I'd really like to see on this tank too is a bit of kinetic energy. So what kinetic energy is where you're using the movement of the water to create the movement of the water. And it's a much more energy efficient way of filtering and aerating tanks. So at the moment, the only, besides a tiny little bit of water coming out from that one on this side, then we've got this guy which is delivering the water here. There's really no movement in the water, which means that the bottom is end up very stagnant and all the crap just settles all over the bottom. Whereas if we're in a situation where the water's actually moving, it'll keep the gravel much cleaner as well, because the crap won't be able to settle as easily in the gravel. Try to get this guy. Got a whopping big torpedo barb in here. So anyway, giving the tank a good clean is going to be the go. We've got a magnet here, which is fine as long as you don't go getting gravel caught under the magnet. Otherwise you'll scratch all the glass, like you'll see happens here. And these magnets have only got a certain lifespan. So this one's sort of expired. I mean, some of the new ones with the razor blades are amazing. You just keep the glass clean with no effort whatsoever. And then wherever you've got a one like this, where possible, try to keep it out of the water. Yeah, it will last longer than if it's under the water all the time. So having a good magnet is a really good thing as well. So this tank is going to need lots of love and lots of attention for a period of time. And then eventually, this will be a really great asset to the home. So it's got a UV light here for the turtles in here. It's really important that the UV light is unfiltered, such as this. It needs to go straight in, and you really want the UV light over the turtle's basking area. So you want somewhere the turtle can, like a bigger turtle dock or something. So we've got large turtle docks. A large turtle dock under the light is really what we want, because he really needs the light when he's out of the water. So you also want to make sure that you replace the globes in those lights once a year, because they do lose intensity and spectrum. And when we do add water, because there's turtles in here, we do want to add some turtle GH and KH, and that'll deliver the calcium and carbonate and stuff for the turtle skeletons that we actually need. We made quite a good work in progress. So an extra pump, a bit of water flow would be good, or even a couple of a couple of bubblers would be fine. A bit more oxygen. And then the other thing just to be aware of too is ventilation. So oxygen's got to be able to get into the system. So if it was possible to put a couple of grates or let the oxygen get in, it really, really, really helps. Otherwise you end up with this sort of closed system, and the oxygen needs to be in there. So allowing this to breathe really, really helps. So whether you put an extraction fan, but letting the oxygen in, whether we leave doors open sometimes, but just...
I often leave it open when I go to bed and shut them in the morning.
That's really good.
Is that a good for the time being?
Yeah, that's a great thing, because
not hard.
Yeah, we need to be aware of oxygen, because if that's all pretty shut and oxygen's not getting in there, then that's not a good thing.
Okay, I'll do that for you. Because I started doing it because the insides of the doors were getting mouldy.
Yeah, well, the fans are great for the mold too. So getting an extraction fan up through there, or whatever you can do, or just putting vents in the doors, is a really great thing for many reasons, including survivability.